On this day in Tudor history, the 19th of September 1580, Katherine Willoughby, also known as Katherine Brandon, Duchess of Suffolk, and Katherine Bertie, died after a long illness. She was laid to rest at Spilsby Church in Lincolnshire. I'm historian and author Claire Ridgway, and today I want to bring you the life of one of my very favourite Tudor women, a woman who moved from court glitter to deepest grief, from duchess to exile and back again, always with a really sharp mind and a fiercer faith. Catherine was born on the 22nd of March 1519, the only child of William Willoughby, 11th Baron Willoughby de Eresby, and Maria de Salinas, one of Catherine of Aragon's closest friends, who came to England with the princess in 1501. When Catherine's father died in 1526, her wardship and the vast Willoughby estates were snapped up in 1529 by Charles Brandon, Duke of Suffolk, Henry VIII's brother-in-law and his best friend. Mary Tudor, Suffolk's wife, had died in June 1533, and 3 months later, on the 7th of September 1533, the 49-year-old Duke married 14-year-old Catherine, who was actually betrothed to his son. It was a startling match even by Tudor standards, but it made her Duchess of Suffolk and one of the great ladies of the realm. In January 1536, Catherine served as the official mourner at Catherine of Aragon's funeral at Peterborough, quite a poignant duty given her mother's friendship with the former queen. By 1537, she and Suffolk had settled at Grimsthorpe Castle in Lincolnshire, partly because the king wanted his most trusted ally anchored in a county still raw from the Pilgrimage of Grace rebellion. Catherine and Suffolk had 2 sons, Henry, born in 1535, and Charles, born in 1537. When Suffolk died on the 22nd of August 1545, the young Duchess skillfully secured her position, keeping her own lands, receiving a third of the Brandon property, and purchasing the wardship of his heir so that she, not the crown, controlled his future. By the late 1540s, Catherine's faith had turned decisively reformed. She moved in the circle around Queen Catherine Parr, backed evangelical clergy in Lincolnshire with Bishop Henry Holbeach, and brought Hugh Latimer to preach at Grimsthorpe. She could be bold and mischievous about it too. She supposedly named her little dog Gardner after Stephen Gardner, the Catholic Bishop of Winchester, and then enjoyed calling the dog to heel. The smiles didn't last though. Her dear friend Catherine Parr died in September 1548. Parr's widower, Thomas Seymour, was executed in March 1549, and baby Mary Seymour and her household became Catherine's responsibility, a costly burden at a difficult time. Then came the blow that remade her life. During the sweating sickness outbreak of 1551, Catherine rushed her boys Henry and Charles from Cambridge to Buckden to keep them safe. It failed. On the 14th of July 1551, both sons died. Around 1552, Catherine married her gentleman usher Richard Bertie, a love match by all appearances. They had 2 children, Susan, born in 1554, and Peregrine, born in 1555. Under Mary I, Catherine's outspoken Protestantism made England dangerous. In early 1555, the Berties went into exile on the continent with their little household, returning only after Elizabeth I's accession in 1559. Back home, Catherine kept shaping her world. She hired Miles Coverdale, the Bible translator, to teach and preach in her household, and grew more Puritan in her outlook. She petitioned Elizabeth to allow Richard to style himself Baron Willoughby, but the Queen refused. But after Catherine's death, she did permit Peregrine to use Lord Willoughby. Catherine died on the 19th of September 1580, aged 61, and was buried at Spilsby on the 22nd of October. She'd been many things: a Spanish lady's daughter, a child bride turned duchess, a king's ally by marriage, a patron of reformers, a mother who lost everything, an exile for conscience, and finally a matriarch whose son Peregrine would become one of Elizabeth's most celebrated captains. Legacy, faith, backbone, and brains. Oh, and a sense of humour. Katherine Willoughby used her position to promote preaching, education, and reform. Yet she could also laugh in the face of her opponents with a tiny dog named Gardner. She never stopped moving forward. If you've enjoyed this, then please do give me a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye bye.